Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Community Connect. This is Fatima Aslam. Today I'm joined by Furqan Khan. He's an entrepreneur, a business operator who's worked across many industries. We're very lucky to have him here in the studio with us because he'll be telling us about his journey and also so many lessons that he's learned along the journey that he'll be sharing with our viewers. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for inviting.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking out the time. So सबसे पहले आप फरकान जी हमें ये बताएं कि आप यूएस कैसे आए, मतलब what brought you to the US और सबसे पहले आपने यहाँ पे आके क्या काम स्टार्ट किया?
So US तो पढ़ने के लिए आते हैं, सब लोग आते हैं, but एक जब स्कूल शुरू किया, I was here very young when I came in. I was 14 years old. I went to high school, middle school and part of high school here. और उसके बाद जो है accidentally I got in business. One of my friends back home asked me to help him in business. उनकी कुछ shipment थी जो न्यूयॉर्क में स्टक थी, तो हेल्प के चक्कर में उसी चक्कर में फुल टाइम बिजनेस में आ गए. वो इम्पोर्ट बिजनेस था उनका, उनकी कुछ शिपमेंट थी जो ये मूव नहीं हो रही थी. सो वंस आई मूव द फर्स्ट शिपमेंट मुझे समझ में आ गया ये काम तो आसान है जी. अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह उसके बाद फिर बिजनेस में ऐसे आया और आई वाज द फर्स्ट इन माय फैमिली टू गेट इन बिजनेस. ऑन माय फादर साइड आई वाज द फर्स्ट चाइल्ड हु गॉट इन बिजनेस.
तो जैसे आपने कहा कि अपनी फैमिली में सबसे पहले थे, ज़्यादातर जब आप बिज़नेस फैमिली से ना हों तो लोग आपको कहते हैं कि आप प्रोफेशनल साइड पे जाएं, पढ़ाई करें, जॉब करें. सो डू यू थिंक मतलब आपका कभी भी उस तरफ इंटरेस्ट नहीं था या आपने डे वन से कहा कि आई हैव टू अर्न मनी एंड फॉर दैट बिजनेस इज़ द बेस्ट वे?
सो लाइक आई सेड मैं तो एक्सीडेंटली इस काम में मेरा तो ये था कि पढ़ लिख के अच्छी जॉब ही करूँगा जी और कुछ करूँगा. मैं जब बिज़नेस में आया, फ्रॉम माई मॉम साइड जो मेरे ग्रैंडफादर थे वो बिजनेसमैन थे और वो बहुत बड़े बिजनेसमैन थे. फिर इंडिया से बांग्लादेश दैन पाकिस्तान वहाँ से माइग्रेट करके आए थे. तो मेरी मदर के अंदर जो है ना बिजनेसमैन ब्लड है. तो जहाँ मेरे डैडी कहते थे पढ़ लिख के जॉब करो, वहाँ मेरी मॉम कहती बिज़नेस करो, कोई मसला नहीं है, नुकसान हो जाएगा फिर से कर लेंगे. तो आई थिंक बहुत बड़ी फोर्स थी मेरी वालदा की कि अपने बिजनेस में जाओ और डैडी के लिए जॉब करो. तो अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह वी स्पेंड लॉट ऑफ टाइम विद मॉम हियर. तो उस तरह वी गॉट इन बिजनेस.
तो सबसे पहले आपने किस सेक्टर में आप गए? आप सबसे पहले जो आपने काम किया?
फर्स्ट हम लोग यहाँ इंपोर्ट की बिजनेस में थे और हम लोग हैंडमेड कारपेट्स जो इंपोर्ट करते थे डिफरेंट पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. ओके. उसके बाद हैंडमेड कारपेट एक्सपेंसिव टिकट आइटम है. तो 9/11 जब हुआ तो मार्केट एकदम से बहुत ज़्यादा डाउन हो गई थी और हमें लगा कि इस बिज़नेस को बहुत टाइम लगेगा वापस होने में. सो वी गॉट इन सेल्फ इन बिजनेस. ओके. एंड वी वाज buying small stores that's not performing, fix them, and sell those stores. And eventually we start keeping the store, and from cell phones we got in so many different businesses. Yeah. But that was our first key into going build business.
बिल्कुल. और ये आप बड़ा humbly अपना बता रहे हैं because for our viewers you have hundreds of these cell phone stores and so I want because एक चीज़ में start करना और फिर to see it grow. I mean उसका हमें बताएं कि पहली तो बात है आपने challenges क्या face किए, उसके बारे में थोड़ा सा बताएं.
Definitely when you're growing there's a lot of challenges. 7 days a week. बिल्कुल. When you get up in the morning you don't know what time you're going to go to sleep. You're working all day doing everything yourself, cleaning, ordering inventory, selling, and then basically it's long days all day and there's no stop. You don't know what time you're going to get home and you have to come back again tomorrow morning too. So there was so many challenges. ऐसा नहीं था कि एक challenge थी. First of all, we didn't have money. Yeah, that's a big challenge. Second thing, I was the only person at that time that you have to do yourself. Then you have to, hire employees, train employees. At the same time, make sure the business is running and you're doing all the stuff. There was many, many, many challenges. Not one. I can't even. If I have to write that list, it's going to be a huge challenge.
Yeah. तो आज की डेट में what sectors are you? Your company कितनी sectors में आप involved है?
So primarily we are in wireless. We are the largest dealer for cricket wireless in America. Then we have AT&T stores in multiple states in USA. And then secondary is our real estate business that we are developer. We do development ourselves. Plus we have rental portfolio in US, UAE and different part of the world.
जी. तो जैसे आपने बताया कि you started with cell phones and you ventured into real estate. What made मतलब ये transition आपने कैसे की? कैसे आप रियल एस्टेट में आए एंड जी पहले ये बता दें.
Once we become the largest dealer for cricket wireless in the nation, we was running up to 600 plus stores, close to 700-800 stores, and we was thinking what's the next, what we have to do next, and then we got an AT&T business. It's the same kind of business, a different module though. We open AT&T and then next we need to go in the real estate business that complement our business. So we start buying our land where we was leasing from. So from there, we bought one or two stores with the land, and then we start building. That's how we got real estate. Alhamdulillah, now we do a lot of shopping strip. We have big box. We specialize in flex space. We're doing a lot of flex space. Are you familiar with the flex space?
जी.
So we do a lot of flex space.
But you can explain it to our viewers जिनको नहीं पता flex space क्या.
So now, new thing in the market for last 5 years is flex space. After the COVID, people used to work in the office environment before. Now they're doing more in warehouse plus office. So you know, flex space is a warehouse, 2,000 square feet, plus we have office 400 square feet, and they're operating from there.
Okay.
So online businesses, different kind of business are operating from. They used to work from the office building, and they used to have warehouse. Now they're doing from warehouse only.
Okay.
It's flex. You can do different things from there.
Okay. So you know, when I look at your journey, I think जो चीज़ stand out करती है कि you're very good at scaling. You know, या आपने एक बिजनेस को पकड़ के उसको स्केल कैसे करना है और लॉन्ग टर्म सस्टेन कैसे करना है. सो हाउ डू यू डू दैट? आई मीन स्केलिंग का क्या सीक्रेट है?
It's simple. People, process, and system.
Okay.
If you have right people, you have processes, and you have system, you can scale any business.
Yeah, that's very true. So when you say systems, what do you mean by that?
So any kind of business unit, first you need people, right? You need to have a good leader with you to help you to grow.
Yeah.
Second thing, what are the process and system you put in place for them to follow and be successful?
Yeah.
And make sure everything is well documented and well-defined processes are there. So anybody can follow and can take the business next steps.
Right.
If you don't have process, you cannot operate the business.
Right. So in today's time, what opportunities do you think young people should be looking at? आपका across the spectrum इतनी industries का experience है.
So nowadays there's a lot of industries that still going. I understand AI taking over the business, but there's a lot of different businesses, good franchise, real estate, anything with a service is I recommend for our new generation to be looking into.
Okay.
Because that business is not going to go anywhere.
Okay.
But system can be processed with AI, but not anything with the service.
Yeah. और सर्विस में मतलब किस किस्म के businesses आ जाते हैं?
So for new generation, I recommend to telecom, connectivity business, real estate, hospitality, healthcare, restaurants, and anything that serves the service for the people. I think that's the next business for them.
Basically, you think कि ये वाले जो businesses हैं ये मतलब टेक्नोलॉजी से इनको करने का तरीका चेंज होगा, but they will not go out of business.
These kind of business cannot be taken over by AI or robotics.
Okay.
You need human to operate this kind of business.
As long as they're humans, they will be
They'll
relevant.
be there, yes.
अच्छा, चलें ठीक है, and we'll be back after a short break.
Thank you.
Let's take a break.
Assalamu alaikum, Abu. Happy birthday.
Walaikum assalam, beta. Where is your bhaijan?
Abu, check your phone. I've already sent you something special in US dollars.
You know what, Abu? I sent you something too, but in Canadian dollars.
Thank you, beta. तुम दोनों पैसा इतना जल्दी भेज देते हो, खुद कब आओगे इतना जल्दी?
Soon.
Be connected with your loved ones in Pakistan with Lemfi.
A for app, B for best, C for confidence से D for download करो इसे अपने फोन पे. Time is precious, order food delicious. सारा पाकिस्तान बोले food papa. Rum pum pum, food papa pum. Rum pum pum, food papa.
देख लेना बारबेक्यू गोला कबाब बिहारी बोटी etc.
Seafood, ice cream, cake or beverages.
ग्रोसरी में सब मसाले चटनी केचप सारी डालें सब्जियां फ्रूट.
There's a gosh भी बगवाले दा.
बेगम ने पकड़ा दी लिस्ट, कोई ना बहाना है. ट्रैफिक के झंझट में मुझे नहीं जाना है. Rum pum pum, food papa pum. Rum pum pum, food papa pum.
Tempura frozen food. Quick, easy and delicious. फ्रीजर से निकाला, कढ़ाई में डाला और मिनटों में तैयार. Super fast, super tempting. Tempura frozen food. The taste of perfection.
Assalamu alaikum, Abu. Happy birthday.
Walaikum assalam, beta. Where is your bhaijan?
Abu, check your phone. I've already sent you something special in US dollars.
You know what, Abu? I sent you something too, but in Canadian dollars.
Thank you, beta. तुम दोनों पैसा इतना जल्दी भेज देते हो, खुद कब आओगे इतना जल्दी?
Soon.
Soon.
Be connected with your loved ones in Pakistan with Lemfi.
वेलकम बैक टू द शो। वेलकम बैक टू द शो।
Thank you.
जी, हम आप ब्रेक पे जाने से पहले आपके डिफरेंट बिजनेसेस के बारे में बात कर रहे थे, बट आई ऑल्सो वांट टू टेक दिस चांस टू गेट सम इंफॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम यू जो हमारे स्पेशली जो हमारे यंग व्यूअर्स हैं उनको इंस्पायर कर सके और कुछ लेसन्स आपकी पूरी जर्नी से। तो सबसे पहले आप ये बताएं कि बिज़नेस में रिस्क लेना कितना ज़रूरी है?
When I was beginner, we took a lot of risk.
जी,
And you don't, do business without taking a risk.
बिल्कुल।
But nowadays, this risk is very calculated. So now with all the AI and computer, so any kind of investment you're making, you know how much risk is there and how much you're going to lose and how much you're going to be at the
Bilkul.
safe side. So now it's more of calculated risk than what were before. Before was a pure risk. You would start a store and you know you're going to make it or you're not going to make it. But you have to take a risk to be successful. But at this point, with all the advances technology and everything, I think now it's more of calculated risk than pure blind risk.
बिल्कुल। तो जैसे जब आपने अपना पहला स्टोर ख़रीदा होगा या चलाया होगा, उस वक्त मतलब you're young, it's a new country, आप इसमें ऑब्वियसली आप कुछ साल यहाँ पे रह गए हुए थे, तो मतलब हाउ डज़ अ यंग पर्सन, आई गेस अब आप अपनी जर्नी को देखते हैं आपको लगता है वो तो मैंने शायद करना ही था, लेकिन डेफिनेटली बड़े डिफ़िकल्ट मोमेंट्स भी आते हैं। सो आपने कैसे अपने आप को पुश किया कि करना है, या आपको लगता है कि ऐसा बंदे के अंदर होता ही है कि वो कर ही जाता है जो उसने करना होता है?
I think it's more of, it was my family, my team, the people look up to me. I
Yeah.
had to make it happen. And I
Right.
keep going. This downtime came in, and I used to think, should I just do what I'm doing and go back what I was doing? And I was like, no, we need to keep going.
Yeah.
So it's more of my family, my team, and the people that look up to me. And I
Yeah.
have to make it happen for them.
Yeah. तो जब आपके पास आई एम श्योर आपके पास बड़ी नई अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ आती हैं, पीपल आर ब्रिंगिंग अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ टू यू ऑल द टाइम, यहाँ इन्वेस्ट करें, यहाँ करें, हाउ डू यू डिसाइड व्हाट्स योर क्राइटेरिया टू evaluate a deal, a new business?
First thing I look at those people, whoever bring me a deal,
Achha.
what kind of people they are.
Okay.
Integrity is very important for me. And
Okay.
second thing is calculation on ROI. If the both thing doesn't make sense, it doesn't matter how good the purchase is, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Because you need something for long term. I don't look for a short term business. I look for long term stability. Where's the business going to be after 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. So if the numbers and the people don't understand, I don't make the investment.
Okay. तो बेसिकली जस्ट आई एम गोइंग टू री-एम्फसाइज जो आपने भी बात की है कि यू बेट ऑन द पर्सन, विच इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, और पर्सन के अंदर आप कह रहे हैं इंटेग्रिटी बड़ी ज़रूरी है,
Definitely.
बिकॉज इट्स कैलकुलेशंस गो आउट द डोर.
Yep. If you don't have right people, even the calculation doesn't make sense for them to, because they can show you a good number. If the people are the right people, in the end, you're not going to be making anything. So better, you work first with the people. Second is what does the number look like? What is the ROI on the investment is?
बिल्कुल। अच्छा, तो आप इतने सालों से बिजनेस कर रहे हैं, यू प्रॉब्ली सीन वेरी गुड टाइम्स, मैं इकॉनमी की बात कर रही हूँ, वेरी बैड टाइम। एक अच्छे बिजनेसमैन की मतलब जब इकॉनमी डाउन होती है, जैसे आप कई दफ़ा सुनते हैं कि हालात ख़राब हैं, ये डू यू थिंक दैट इज़ व्हेन अ बिजनेसमैन फाइंड्स अपॉर्चुनिटीज़, लाइक ओवरऑल जब हालात ख़राब होते हैं, पीपल आर रनिंग द अदर वे, व्हाट इज़ योर अप्रोच?
Definitely. So my first business, as I spoke to you earlier, we was in luxury business. Handmade carpet is a luxury
बिल्कुल।
product.
हाँ जी।
So after 9/11, we learned our lesson and we said we need to look for something that is recession proof.
Okay.
And we are in telecom wireless business. Is a recession proof business. It doesn't matter whatever happens. People need their phones. They need the internet. So we got in recession proof business. That was number one key. Second thing, is always time to make money. Even the bad time, people make money. You need to know how and what kind of business you need to look for.
बिल्कुल।
When 2008 crash happened, a lot of people bought a lot of real estate investment.
जी।
when people were selling in there, bunch of people were buying it. Now they are multi-millionaires.
बिल्कुल.
So there's always a good time to buy it. You need to know the game, what kind of business you're looking at and what's the outcome going to be after this time.
बिल्कुल. और इस पूरी जर्नी में मेंटर्स का होना कितना ज़रूरी है? पीपल मे बी सीनियर टू यू, जिन्होंने उस जर्नी से गुजरे हुए हैं. मतलब आपको क्या लगता है? I mean, आपकी लाइफ में ऐसे लोग थे?
Definitely have quite a few mentors in my life.
जी.
And then I learned from them. And you had to have a mentor to follow to get on the right path.
बिल्कुल.
And alhamdulillah, worked out very well for me. I had quite a few mentors in my life.
Yeah.
Different type of life, different stages. I have different mentors.
Different mentors. And I mean, are these people जिनको आप you went out and found them या ये वैसे ही आपकी लाइफ में थे?
Some people was in my life, and some people I went and found them and find out, get in touch with them and ask them, we need help, what you guys did at what time, and if you're willing to help, and then you want to be our mentor with them. And all of them were the great people that help us and help our friends to get somewhere.
Bilkul. And I think I just want to emphasize this because I think a right mentor save you years of mistakes.
Definitely.
Right? अगर आप किसी के साथ अच्छा advisor हो आपका तो आपका तो I also want to ask you कि a lot of people say कि आपको business में start करने के लिए, especially young लोगों में, because that's the age group I hang out with, we a lot of people say कि नहीं, we don't have money to start, we don't have. So if there's somebody, let's say हम कहते हैं 18 years old और वो time है, obviously इस age में आपके पास time होता है, hunger है but resources नहीं है, तो how do they start?
I have four focus points in my life that I use for every different business, and I recommend everybody for them. Number one is you need to have passion.
Okay.
If you have passion for any business, you can make it happen.
Okay.
Second thing, what we look for is honesty and integrity. If you're honest when you're doing the right thing, when nobody's looking at you doing the right thing, that's the main thing. Integrity, what you say, what you do. So that's second. Third part is your teamwork. If you don't have teamwork, it'll be hard for you to do any business. And the fourth one is accountability. So those 4 points, anybody adopted in their life, I think they're going to be successful. Second thing, what you ask for is money.
Yeah.
Money is not the important. The idea is more important.
Okay.
And with the idea, if you use those four points, I think you're going to be successful in any industry.
तो जब आप fourth वाला आपने mention किया accountability, what does that mean?
What it means is when you ask him when you want to do something and you're working with somebody, and make sure they're doing the right thing. If it's not, make sure they are accountable and you teach them how to get better.
Okay. So मतलब check points होते हैं.
Check points, yes. Accountability. Like I ask you to do something, I want to make sure you did it.
Okay.
Right? And if you didn't, what is the accountability going to be behind it?
Okay.
We are salespeople, so we deal with a lot of younger crowd.
Yeah.
And you have to make sure you help them to get there. And the big thing is accountability. Make sure they are accountable what they're doing, right or bad, right or wrong thing. They are accountable whatever they are there for.
बिल्कुल. तो जब आप अपनी journey को पीछे मुड़ के देखते हैं, तो obviously you've come a long way. Is there something you think कि मतलब that you perhaps, for example, real estate में आप पहले start कर लेते हैं, या कोई ऐसी चीज़ जो आपको लगता है based on your मतलब अब आप पीछे मुड़ के अगर देखें, या आपको लगता है हर चीज़ आई गेस अपने टाइम पे?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, थैंक्स गॉड, अल्लाह का बहुत शुक्र, जो चीज़ जो इसको राइट टाइम, अल्लाह में जो करता है टाइम से करता है. एंड इफ आई हैव टू डू इट अगेन, आई विल डू द सेम थिंग अगेन. आई वोंट चेंज एनी बिट ऑफ माय लाइफ.
या because I think every step is a lesson, and it goes forward. So I also want to ask you about how the importance, because the show is called Community Connect. So essentially, we want to highlight how important it is to support the community and to give back. जिस तरह आप कर सकते हैं. तो what do you think about that?
And alhamdulillah, thanks God, we work with the community, our community, and I think God had given us a lot of tools, things, and our उसकी बहुत बड़ी वजह थी we've been giving back to our community. We work with a lot of different avenues, mostly in education sector and hospital system. So I think it's very important to give back to your community, because that's where you came from, and you're going to help your community to get where you are right now.
जी, that's a very, very good message. And also I want to ask you about कि जब आप हम यंग लोग बड़ी ये बात करते हैं बैलेंस लाइफ की, काम, family, सारे जब आप चीज़ बना रहे होते हैं, is there such a thing as
No,
balance?
there's nothing such like balance, because 7 days, morning to evening, there's no balance. But once, alhamdulillah, once you get there, then, at some point of time, you have to make sure there's time for you to balance, because family is very important. Same time, when kids growing, you have to spend time with them. So you have to balance yourself at some point. But in the beginning, there's a lot of, long days, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, it's difficult.
बिल्कुल. आपके माशाल्लाह यंग बच्चे हैं, तो आप उनको मतलब अपने एक्सपीरियंसेस से और अपनी ज़िंदगी की जर्नी से क्या आप एडवाइस करते हैं? व्हाट विजडम जो आप उनको पास ऑन करते हैं?
Same thing, for me, for my kids, it's very important for them to make sure, teach them the real life lessons. So I usually travel with them a lot, show them different things as well. Second thing, spend a lot of time with your kids and show them what the life look like. What did you went through, what you were, where you are right now, and what they're going to be going through to the same time.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important for you to, show them real life, what happening out there.
Yeah. और ये बिल्कुल आपने सही बात की है, but how do you, what's your way of showing them कि real life से in touch रखने का क्या तरीका होता है?
So I spend a lot of time with my kid when I'm off.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of charity work. I try to take them to every charity avenue and show them to the real orphan houses and hospitals that we work when they can see what the real life looks like, what normal people go through.
जी.
So I think keep them to very close to the reality is very important.
बिल्कुल. Yeah. That's a very good message, and also to accept and see your own privilege, being in this country and obviously having so I also would like to ask you कि आप जो अब आप आप इस स्टेज पे हैं जहाँ पे you've seen your success, probably younger लोग मेरी एज के आपके पास आते होंगे एडवाइस लेने. यंग लोगों को आप क्या गलतियाँ करते हुए देखते हैं जो आप you say 20 years younger than you, जो आप फौरन पिक कर लेते हैं, जो शायद उनको टाइम लगेगा सीखने के लिए?
It's a big list what I see what they're doing wrong, and I can see they're doing wrong, but at that point you don't understand.
Yeah, but so, my point is it an attitude problem, or do you think knowledge में gap है?
I think it's not. Nowadays young generation is very smart. It's knowledge gap, it's not attitude. I don't see attitude anymore in younger generation, because they're so much educated because of social media and the schools and everything. It's a more of knowledge and experience.
Okay.
And the second biggest mistake I see from them is usually they try to do a stuff with with the friends. That doesn't go long.
Okay.
So knowledge, don't look for short-term games, look for long-term, and choose who you do the business with.
बिल्कुल. I mean, I'm going to ask you more about this because I think this is so true. आप जब आप यंग होते हैं, obviously आपके resources limited होते हैं, तो आप partnerships में बड़ी जल्दी घुस जाते हैं, and usually it's with people that और वो long term में वो चीज़ नहीं work out करती. So मतलब are you someone जिसने partnerships के से आप generally गुजरे में हैं and
yes, the partnership is very important. So to grow big, you need people, you need team, you need to get to is never in one person job. One person cannot do everything. You need to have a big team partnership to get it done, and you have to be in partnership. When you find a partnership, make sure everything is very clear. What he can, what cannot do, and if the partnership is split, how it's going to work out. If everybody knows their boundary, usually work out well.
Yeah.
Because what the worst going to happen, what the good going to happen.
Okay.
So I think it's very important, when you form a partnership, you guys write down everything from front to back. If good time, bad time, and exit, how it's going to work out.
Yeah.
If you have very clear boundary, I don't think that you're going to have much problem.
Yeah, I think that's a great, and I guess as an attorney, they also tell us, right, the best deals are made शुरू में, because everyone is on the same page, right? After कोई मसला हो जाए तो फिर it gets hard. So last year I want to ask you, for your own self going forward, what are the future projects जिन पे आप काम कर रहे हैं? What are you looking forward to in the next 5 years?
So my focus is in real estate development. So we're doing a lot of real estate in different part of the world. At the same time, our wireless business, we're growing in that business too. My passion is where I start from, wireless, but at the same time, where I see the industry is going to be real estate side.
Okay.
So both the business, and like you said, you asked me, what for the young people, I said, try to get into real estate. Try to go in telecom business, healthcare business. Those businesses are going to be the future business.
Yeah.
That AI and other industry won't be able to take over.
Thank you so much for your time, and I'm sure anyone that's watching बहुत कुछ सीखेंगे इस
Thank you
interview
so
से.
much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.